Unless you've been living on the moon for the last decade, you know that James May is ridiculously rich. From cars to pianos, James May's lifestyle is filled with luxurious possessions that many of us can only dream of, but he worked hard to earn his fortune. James May, known for his love of cars, is no stranger to the finest things life has to offer. With a net worth of over $40 million, he can well afford anything he desires. But have you ever wondered just how extravagant his taste really is? Stick around till the end because this video is filled with mind-blowing items from start to finish. A Steinway grand piano valued at $100,000. I'm sure you didn't know that James May could play the piano. Hey, he's not just any pianist, mind you, but one with an enviable collection of high-end pianos that would make any musician green with envy. May's collection includes some seriously high-end models such as the Steinway grand piano, which can cost upwards of $100,000. Now that's what we call hitting all the right notes. But it's not just about the price tag here. May is a true lover of music, and he takes his piano playing very seriously. In fact, he's even been known to perform at charity concerts and events. Now, we can't all be as skilled as James May when it comes to the piano, but we can certainly appreciate his passion for music and the beautiful instruments that make it all possible. So the next time you hear the sweet sounds of a Steinway grand piano, just know that James May might be the one tickling those ivories. I'm sure you found this surprising, but hold on to your hat because the next item is even more luxurious. A luxury watch collection valued at $160,000. James May's watch collection is so expensive that you might need to work 9 lives to own something half the price, and boy, does he have a collection to envy. May is quite the aficionado when it comes to high-end timepieces, and he's known for his preference for brands like Rolex, Omega, and Breitling. But one particular watch that stands out in May's collection is the Patek Philippe Grand Complications. This watch is a masterpiece of engineering, and it's not hard to see why it's worth every penny, even if it costs over 150 grand. A good watch is essential for any gentleman, and May's collection is certainly something to aspire to. His passion for watches goes beyond just their aesthetic appeal. He truly appreciates the intricate mechanics and the craftsmanship that go into making these timepieces. It's fascinating to see how much value people can place on something as seemingly simple as a watch. But when you consider the amount of skill, time, and effort that goes into creating a luxury timepiece like the Patek Philippe Grand Complications, it's not hard to understand why it's considered such a valuable addition to May's collection. Hey, guess what? James May is not just a car guy, but he's also a full-fledged motorcycle enthusiast. He's got an extensive collection of motorcycles valued at $65,000. That's right. He's got a collection of rare and vintage motorcycles that would make your head spin. Some of these bikes can cost a pretty penny, and you might even need a loan from the bank to afford them. Now, we're not talking your average Harley Davidson or Yamaha. No. May's got some seriously rare models that you probably won't find at your local dealership. These motorcycles are like pieces of art on wheels, and they're worth a pretty penny too, let me tell you. But here's the thing. May doesn't just collect these motorcycles to show them off. No, he actually rides them. That's right, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty and take these beauties out for a spin. And can you blame him? I mean, who wouldn't want to feel the wind in their hair or helmet as they cruise down the open road on a vintage motorcycle? So if you ever happen to spot James May on the streets riding one of his prized motorcycles, be sure to give him a nod of respect. A wine collection valued at $200,000. It's no news that May is also a wine specialist with a collection that's worth more than your car. His personal wine collection is worth over $200,000, and it's enough to make any sommelier weak in the knees. Now, we're not just talking about your average bottle of $2 Chuck here. No. May's got some seriously high-quality wines in his collection from some of the best wine regions in the world. From Bordeaux to Burgundy to Champagne, this collection is a wine lover's dream come true. And here's the best part. May doesn't just collect these wines to look at them. Oh no, he actually drinks them. He's not afraid to pop open a bottle of vintage wine and enjoy it with a good meal. But let's be real, if you had a wine collection worth over $200,000, wouldn't you want to show it off a little bit? I mean, imagine having a dinner party and being able to impress your guests with a bottle of wine that's older than their grandparents. So the next time you see James May sipping on a glass of wine, just know that he's not messing around. He takes his love for wine seriously, and his impressive collection is proof of that. Cheers to that. Can't get enough of this awesome video? Don't miss out on future content. Hit that subscribe button now. He's got a private jet valued at $150,000. While it's unclear if May owns the private jet himself, we do know that he's had the pleasure of soaring through the clouds in one during his TV shows, and let's just say it's not your average economy class experience. These private jets can cost millions of dollars, but for someone like May who values time and luxury, it's a no-brainer. When you've got places to be and people to see, why waste time sitting in an airport terminal when you can fly like a VIP? But that's not all when it comes to his love for aviation. As a pilot himself, he's always had a fascination with vintage planes, and his collection includes a true symbol of British aviation history, the Spitfire. It's not every day you see these bad boys parked in someone's garage, but May is not your average guy. His Super Decathlon light plane is worth $150,000, which he purchased in 2006. The plane is based at the White Waltham Airfield in Berkshire and has the registration GOCOK, named after May's infamous catchphrase, "Oh." Let's be honest, naming it after his catchphrase is just the cherry on top of the cake. He's got a West London house valued at $2 million. James May is also a property tycoon. Well, maybe not quite, but he has owned a few properties over the years, including a 4-story house in West London, which reportedly set him back around $2 million. I mean, we all need a place to call home, right? And for May, it seems like this West London pad is just the ticket. With 4 stories to play with, he could have dedicated a wine cellar on one floor, his own personal garage on another, and maybe even a room just for his collection of high-end watches. But let's be honest, May is not one to settle for the ordinary. So we can only imagine what kind of unique features and quirks this house may have. But perhaps there's a secret room filled with vintage motorcycles, or a hidden garden with a Spitfire parked in it. Who knows? When it comes to James May, anything's possible. He's got a car collection valued at $2.2 million. One thing's for sure, if you ever need to feel like $1 million behind the wheel, just take a page out of James May's book and invest in some high-end cars. It's the ultimate way to live life in the fast lane. James May and his cars. It's a love affair that just never seems to fade. And can you blame him when he has a Ferrari 458 Italia in his collection? That sleek, sexy, and powerful machine can make any car enthusiast weak in the knees. And with a price tag of over $200,000, it's not just a car, it's a statement. But of course, May doesn't stop there. He has to have the Bugatti Veyron in his collection too. With a price tag of over $2 million, this car is not for the faint of heart. But for May, it's just another day in the life of a car lover. Can you imagine cruising down the highway at breakneck speeds with this bad boy? Whew, must be quite the thrill. Ready for even more jaw-dropping displays of celebrity extravagance? Head over to our channel and indulge in a world of luxurious lifestyles and over-the-top spending. Don't miss out!